welcome to Quick Bites. This is segment 14, and today we're talking about summer salads and vinaigrettes. I'm Nancy Zawicki. I'm a registered dietitian with Northwestern Medicine in the West region, and we're here at Living Well today to bring you our Quick Bites and just to stay in touch with everyone. So today we're going to do a grilled pork tenderloin and peach salad. It's a summer salad. So I don't have a grill here, so I had to just adjust things a little bit. So I got a pork tenderloin and I just roasted in the oven. But at home, if you wanted to just put it on the grill, you can make a couple of them and get a few meals out of it. But this is a bed of buttered lettuce with the pork tenderloin right in the center. And then next you're supposed to also grill some peaches, but I just kind of lightly cooked them on the stove. So they are fresh peaches. And I'm gonna just kind of put them around here. And nothing else has been added to them. I don't add sugar or anything. They have their own natural sweetness, and it's brought out while you cook it a little bit. So these are really nice. And then I added a few things. I tweaked the recipe a little just to add my own touches. So I added snow peas, and you can also do sugar snap peas. But these I also cooked a little bit. It brings out the color really nice, so nice bright green. So add that for a little something different. And then I have this red cabbage here, which also would be a nice thing to slice up and add to your salad. What we do with these salads is we try to promote the rainbow, eat the rainbow, so get all your different colors in. So instead I'm using blueberries, but as an alternative source, you have red cabbage and you have eggplant, gives you that nice purple color. So then we've got, of course, some nice cucumber, which is nice and refreshing for summer. And we'll throw that on here. I sometimes run out of room when I make these salads because you just want to pile it with everything. And then we have radishes, and so these offer some more of that red and purpley color. Throw these on. If you were looking for more protein, you could add maybe some chickpeas too, if you so desired, or red kidney beans too. And then we're gonna top it with a few blueberries as well. So it's very colorful. I do pile a lot of different things on, but also notice all the different shapes and sizes. So you've got round blueberries and slices of radishes, and then thin slices of peach. That creates interest. It's mouthfeel. So when you're eating, it's not the same old shape. It adds a lot of interest. So that's something to take into consideration when you put together a salad. And then I also have some little toasted pecans too that we could top with it. But I wanted to make a little vinaigrette. So here I have just a little Dijon mustard and a little bit of honey. And then we need to add a little bit of red wine vinegar. So when you make a vinaigrette, you usually do 3 parts oil and 1 part acid. And the acid would be, it can be vinegar or it can be a citrus fruit, but I don't like adding a lot of oil. So I kind of do my own thing. I usually do more like a 1 part olive oil and then more heavy on the vinegar, and sometimes I even add some extra like citrus too. I think the key is add your ingredients and then taste it. And if it seems like it's a little too tart, you can always add a little like orange juice if you wanted, or don't even. If you've got some blueberries on here, which gives some sweetness, and the peaches, it'll just kind of cut the tartness and you'll be fine. So you don't have to be it usually just works out. And then I'm adding some fresh thyme, and with the thyme, I just drag it back and get all the little leaves off. So I'm just gonna add that, and so here we go. So then when you whisk it, it's going to emulsify and become nice and thickened, and that's what you want. Some people use a whisk, some people use a food processor. It's whatever you prefer. I'm more of a whisk person myself. And then we've got a little bit of the feta cheese we'll top it off with, and then the pecans. All right, so there you go. So you can enjoy that. I wanted to show you some vinaigrettes too. So I've got a couple different varieties. This one here, I'm using just like a little mason jar, because you can also just shake the dressing too, and that's another way of stirring it up. So what I have in here so far is some plain yogurt and a bunch of fresh herbs like chives and also Italian seasonings and parsley. So I do need to add some buttermilk. So it calls for about half a cup. So I'm just kind of guesstimating. It's not gonna hurt, a little bit more. And then some black pepper. And with this, because I've got the thicker yogurt, I'm just gonna use this little mini whisk to kind of scoot things up a little. You can also add blue cheese if you wanted to this, or you could do some feta cheese, and that makes it a nice thick dressing with some more texture. So this is a creamy version of a salad dressing, but it's very low fat and it's got yogurt in it too, so that is nutritional. This here is a vinaigrette, and I already kind of shook it because I wanted to make sure nothing happened with these lids, but I do need to add a little red wine vinegar. So I do have olive oil in here so far, some red wine vinegar, Dijon mustard, oregano, basil, garlic, and I'm just gonna add a little bit of these herbs too, and a little bit of this garlic. So, all right, now I'm gonna shake it and show you how that can work too. These ball jars are pretty fun to have. You can use them as drinking glasses, you can use them to put your salad dressing in, you can label it. And then this one here is a French vinaigrette, has Dijon mustard, balsamic vinegar this time, fresh garlic, and then we'll add some parsley too. But you know, that's what happens with your pantry. Like, you're gonna cut down on processed foods, and that's why we're making our own dressing too, is just to get away from processed. So this way it's all fresh ingredients. And I was also gonna mention too, if you needed like a raspberry vinegar, you could just take fresh raspberries and put a little bit of like white wine vinegar in it and let it marinate a bit. You don't have to buy a whole nother bottle of vinegar. So I'm just gonna shake this one up. And this is a nice French vinaigrette. And the French is the balsamic, the Dijon, the olive oil, and the French seasonings too. So this is another thing for taking your lunch to work. You could load this container up. Usually you put your hardest vegetables down here and then your leafy vegetables higher up. And then you could have like a little container for your dressing and then pour it in and shake it when you get to work, when you're ready to eat it. And it's a nice portable way to bring a salad to work. One last thing I wanted to show you. This is a plant I bought at a farmer's market just recently. And it's a salad plant, really. They've got different salad or lettuces in this bowl here. And I keep this out on my patio, and I don't even have to water it because we've had so much rain. And I can just go out and snip. You're supposed to snip like 2 inches from the base. And I take it in and I wash it, and there's my salad. You can also do that with spinach too. So it's a great way to grow your own salad greens. And I keep mine on a table away from the rabbits too. So anyhow, some ideas for you. So thank you so much for joining us today, and you be safe and take care. Thank you.